Hey guys, TinessaNicole back for another Meatless Monday. Today I am bringing you cinnamon rolls. So here is the ingredients. We're going to use 1 pack of the yeast. We have our flour, which is 4 cups of flour. Next we have our sugar. These are the dry ingredients first. So the sugar is going to be a half cup of sugar. And then we have our 2 eggs. Along with our butter, it's going to be a 1/3 cup of butter. We have our salt, that is 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we have our cup of milk. Now moving on to the filling, it's going to be 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. I have 3 tablespoons of butter, and then last but not least, we're going to do the frosting, which is going to be our powdered sugar. I think it's 2 cups. I will post it. No, actually it's 3 cups because I'm doubling the recipe. So it's 3 cups of powdered sugar with our 6 tablespoons of butter, a half cup of cream cheese, and then we're going to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So let's get going and we'll head on over to the mixer. Okay guys, so first I put in my cup of warm milk. I just make sure my milk is about 110 to 115 degrees, and I also put in the sugar. It's so funny, I totally forgot that I was supposed to be filming, so that's why you didn't see the milk and the sugar go in. Next I'm going to put in my yeast. So there's the yeast. I'm going to let that sit just for a second, and then I'm going to add in the eggs. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the 2 eggs, which are there, and those are warm, they're room temperature, as well as the melted butter. Okay, now we're going to mix this up for a little bit. Now I'm going to add in some of the flour and just mix that, and then I'll keep adding flour and mixing until it's well incorporated. Okay, so this is what the dough looks like, and it's kind of sticky, but I still need to knead it, and we will get right on that. Okay, so we're going to knead the dough. I put a little bit of flour down so it doesn't stick to the countertop, because this dough is kind of sticky until I start to knead it some. But it's super soft and elastic, as you can see. This is a really good dough. And all I do is push out and then roll over, and then push out and roll over. So I'm gonna do this for about probably 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so now that the dough is all kneaded, I'm going to put it in an oiled bowl, which is what I have here, some oil. And I just make sure the bowl is well oiled, and then I'm just gonna drop that right in there. I'm gonna cover it. What I like to do is turn my oven on 170 while I'm doing the dough, and then I just turn it off and set the dough in there covered with a wet paper towel, or you don't have to cover it, it's really up to you. And you're gonna let it either double in size or at least an hour, whichever is first. If it double in size first, then you can take it out. If it takes up to an hour, then let it wait an hour. So we're gonna start the filling. The cinnamon roll dough is just about done rising. So remember, this was 1 cup of brown sugar with 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, and then we have the 3 tablespoons of butter. There are multiple ways you can do this. I tried both. I do like this way better. The one way is you just spread the butter all over the rolled dough and then sprinkle with the cinnamon sugar. The other way is you combine the butter with the brown sugar and cinnamon, and then you spread that over almost like a frosting. So that's the way that I'm doing it, and I think it's better that way. I'm gonna mix this up. I'll be back in a bit. All right, so this is the dough. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see how there's not a lot of space like there was before. So it's definitely doubled in size. Like I said, I put mine, I preheat my oven to 170, then I turn it off, and then I place it in there. And it's only been about 30 minutes, and it doubled in size. So now I'm going to roll it out on my floured countertop and put the filling on. So we're gonna sprinkle some flour on our countertop. I've done it on the counter, and I've also did it on the little, I think it's called the sill pad, the mat that prevents things from sticking. And I didn't see where that was that much of a big deal. So I'm just gonna do it right on here. So what you're going for is you wanna roll this out to a long, flat rectangle because we're gonna fill it and cut it. So that's what I'm doing. And you see how easy and pliable this dough is? I can tell by the feel of the dough if my cinnamon rolls are gonna be good. And I think this is definitely gonna be a good batch because this is the same type of recipe too you would do for like a pizza dough, just minus all the sugar. This would make a great pizza dough. I like my dough kind of sweet, so I would use this exact dough for a pizza dough. All right, so I got this rolled out. You know, I'm gonna even measure it so I can give you guys an idea of the size that this makes. Hold tight. So as promised, I did measure it. So it's about 11 by 18 is the size of this dough. And if you remember, we just did the filling. So what I'm gonna do is just start putting it out. And I know this camera shot isn't the best, so you can't see the big dough, but I will show you so that you can see what I'm working with. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and spread the filling out. For anyone that has watched me for a while, you know that this is like my favorite handy dandy spatula. I use it for everything. And of course, I'm gonna use it for this as well. So we're going to spread this out. And I still have more that I need to put on here. So I promised you I would show you. This is it rolled out. And the filling is on top. It seems like a pretty big size, but I told you it was, what I say, 11 by 18, I think. So I'm going to set this back down just so you can see how I roll it out. And so this is it. I showed you we got the camera back positioned up, and because I'm doing this solo, you will see as it's, oh, you can see my fingers a little bit. Now, let's make sure you guys are not judging me, because I promise a lot of the dryness on my hands is flour. Not saying none of it is dry skin, but you know, it's just some flour. That's what happens when you wash your hands a lot too. You look a little ashy. But you see how I'm rolling it. So you see that I'm slowly rolling it, and I like to lift it up to pull it really, really tight and continue to roll. I'm gonna pull the whole thing back in the camera so you can see. And then I'm going to cut these. Fun fact, I was military and I was stationed in Italy, and my job was the overnight baker. So that's where I learned how to make all these yummy breads like cinnamon rolls and bear claws. I did apple fritters. Really cool experience. It was, we were there I think 5 months. We're supposed to be there 3 or 4, but they kept extending us. But I didn't mind because the money was great and I learned a great skill. So I am going to show you how I cut this. I'm thinking this is definitely gonna be more than 12. And so I'm gonna get my big pan out. So hopefully they will all fit in there. And then while these are rising, I'm gonna show you how to make the ice topping or icing topping, cream cheese topping, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna start cutting on the end. Of course, you're not gonna be able to see it because like I mentioned, the camera shot, but before long, you will be able to see me cut them. I keep thinking the next cut is gonna be it. Man, this is really not as wide as I thought. So, see how they look? Where am I? Amazing. These are gonna be so good. And then we're gonna let them rise again. So they're going to double in size. Ooh, so excited. I'm gonna put this one in the pan for now, and I'm gonna keep cutting. And so excited. And we also had our first day of snow here. I know some people don't like it, but I love it. And I was so happy because I've been checking the weather to see when it was gonna snow. So this is the end of it. So it's not that cute, but I like to just push it down like I was just, you know, demonstrating. This is the other end. Same thing, not that cute at all, but I don't like just being wasteful. So I figured this can just be a smaller one compared to the bigger ones. So that's what I do at the end. I do not throw any of my dough away. I don't waste my dough. Again, there's another end towards the back, the ends or whatever, and so it's not that big. So now what I'm gonna do is put these in the pan. Actually, I'll clean up this space so that I can put the pan under the camera and you can see me put them in the pan. But first, let me tell you how many there are. There's 1, 2. So I made 18 out of that roll. All different sizes because some of them aren't as thick as the other ones. But I like them because I can just make 2 different pans and they go within 24 hours in this house. All 18 of them will be gone. So hold tight, I'm gonna clean off the counter space so that you can watch me put them in the pan as well. Okay, so I made the angle a little bit wider so you can see more in the pan, but you see the difference in size? I know some people that would bother them. It doesn't bother me because I don't always want a big one. Sometimes I want a small one. So here I'm going to now just put more of the similar sizes, and I may take that little one out and put one that is more closer to the size of the other ones, just so they can bake evenly. And let's see, yeah, we'll go ahead and take that one out for now. So it looks like we're gonna fit 15 in this pan. And remember, we only let it rise once. So I am gonna put them back in again so that they can rise one more time. So we are gonna end up using some of these small ones in this batch, which, like I said, I'm not bothered by that. So we got 16 in here. So as you see, I'm going to let this rise. You can see how they are. They're going to be double this size before we cook it. I'm gonna do the same thing, put them in the oven that was preheated at 170 and then turned off. And I'm thinking it's gonna be about the same amount of time, which would be 30 minutes or so. So we're back for the best part to me, one of the best parts, which is the icing. And I'm doing a double batch because we like lots of frosting, so it's only right. Let me readjust that a little bit. There we go. So I showed you the ingredients earlier, but just a little recap. We're doing 3 cups of powdered sugar. We have 6, yeah, where is it? Tablespoons of butter. You know, if AmiraCole's not here to tell me which way to put stuff, I'm like kind of confused, so bear with me. Then we have the, peeking in, the cream cheese. AmiraCole heard me say that, so now she's standing here beside me. Because she's like, oh geez, I'm gonna have to be flipping videos around this lady. So, there. Because I don't like to waste, I'm gonna get my handy dandy favorite green spatula and swipe out these bowls in the cup so I can get every single nook and cranny.
We gon' smash our rivals.
I need a singer nigga like Nicole.
Okay, so we're gonna whip this up.
Caught a beat and a nigga go psycho. No, I don't like hoes. Need a down chick, that's my goal. We gon' smash our rivals.
So it's really starting to look like frosting now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'll put captions if I can. So there it is. Very much frosting consistency. If you want yours to be thinner, feel free to drop a couple of teaspoons of milk to see how you want it. But I do like mine thick because I like to frosting them when they're super hot, and then it starts to melt anyways. So I'm gonna hit these one more time because there's still some dried powdered sugar, and then hopefully we'll be able to turn those cinnamon rolls on.
She gon' have me tripping. If she ever do me dirty, I'ma do some sniffing. These niggas never played. All they
We're back again. And these cinnamon rolls look different, at least to me. I think that they have grown a whole lot. So I came back to show you them. And they're definitely not finished baking. And you just flip the pan around so that the other side will grow some more. But that's where they are right now. So come back in a couple minutes, or I guess I'll come back and then you'll see them again.
Here's the cinnamon rolls out. They are still super hot, but to me, a hot cinnamon roll is a good cinnamon roll. So I'm going to take one out so I can plate it. And I have AmiraCole that's gonna taste it. I even have, what's his name?
Oh, Yvonne Prince.
Yvonne Prince, who can't wait. I keep telling him to hush, and the quicker he's quiet, the quicker we can film and the quicker he can taste. So maybe he'll do a feature on Meatless Monday. Thinking I'm gonna take this one out, but I don't know. Amir, should I frosting some and show them, or what should I do first?
I think you should take that one out.
Just take it out first?
Yeah, and then you can frost that one.
Okay. So this will be for the special guest premiere. So you guys see that? That he's here. You're gonna go on camera and taste it. All right. So he's too sexy for the camera. Ooh, guys, come on with it. She comes with the stuff. Yeah, I was gonna say something else. If I wasn't on camera, maybe I would. Just kidding. So that's just some of the little leftover stuff. Just zoom in there so they can see some of that caramely. See, just a little bit, and I just scoop it right out because that's that brown sugar and the butter. So now, remember our frosting, and I'm gonna give a generous amount because he is mama's little piggy. And him likes his mom's food. When I told him this morning that I was making him breakfast, he was so happy. And that was at like 10 o'clock and it's 12 o'clock now. So he's been waiting 2 hours for this moment. So yeah, I think he deserves it. So he's gonna taste this, and then, oh, AmiraCole does not like me making a mess of the sets. Ooh, that girl in trouble. And then I want to plate up another one, and AmiraCole is going to do the outro as well.
Clean here.
Okay, come back this way though. Come back this way.
Okay, come back this way though.
Okay, stand there. There you go. Flip it towards you and taste. Is it moist? Oh yeah, babe.
Amazing. Amazing. Tastes like heaven in a cinnamon roll. Young person, I approve this message.
Hello guys, it's AmiraCole back on TinessaNicole's channel, and today I'm trying this marvelous looking cinnamon roll. And of course, you already know, I gotta use my chopsticks. So, eat this. Just kidding! For once, I'm not gonna use my chopsticks. I'm gonna use a fork. Okay.
So funny. So we reversed roles. I have the camera, and if you hear the giggling, it's because I think she's funny. Ooh, let's zoom in on that. Yeah. So extra.
That's bomb right there. So she made this before? This is better than the last time. This is so good. It's really moist. It's flaky. The frosting is perfect. You better make these.
Alright. She said you better make these in case you didn't understand. So while you're eating, can we chat a little bit?
Of course.
Our sweet baby doggy just came in. So tell us what, as I scan down, can you kick that leg up a little bit? Ooh, chill. What's that about? Tell us. You got your chill sweatshirt on. I do know that it's snowing out. What, where'd you get that from? Where can I get one of those?
So, if you don't already know, we are in the process of launching a clothing brand.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
So this is one of the hoodies. It says chill on it, and the leggings also say chill. We also have one that says show me, and we have one that says so love, and one is the definition of love. So make sure you go check those out. The website will be linked below in the description eventually.
Yes,
So,
yes.
There is that. And yeah, once again, make sure you eat these. These are so good.
So guys, TinessaNicole, short little takeover. I hope you really make this recipe. That is our sweet Hannah Nicole. Go follow her on Hannah Nicole on Instagram. Anyway, she keeps coming in the shop. So those are the famous cinnamon rolls. I've been making those cinnamon rolls since before Young Prince was maybe 1. So he's 22, so like 21 years. But I stopped making them for apparently over 15 years because Mira never had them before. Anyways, I just thought I would bring you the recipe. Of course, it's milk-free. There's eggs in it, but there is no cow milk because I can't have cow milk. So, thanks so much for watching again. I really enjoy the Cook With Me's. I really enjoy letting you guys get a little snapshot of us. I don't know where she's going. But yeah, so that is it. There's Hannah Nicole wishing she could have some cinnamon rolls, but she can't. And until next time.
Bye. Mwah.